Hey, good morning, Chillie, with Chillie's Cruises here. I think I'm live. Let's see if this comes up on my iPad now. And let's see. I'm still having issues, folks, with the live broadcast. And of course, this morning we've had all sorts of issues um, with not only going live, but we had weather issues. Those of you know that normally I start this at 6 o'clock, um, and we had some horrendous storms rolling through Louisville. I'm out in Louisville, Kentucky still. Probably not going to go back until tomorrow. Back to Virginia tomorrow. So Saturday I should be back in the normal studio for our travel and cruise industry news on Saturday morning. So if you're out there live on this crazy schedule this morning, please forgive. I got bad hair. It's just not a very good day. Anyway, coming to you from Louisville. If we do have another storm pop up like was happening around 6 o'clock, I will quickly back out of this broadcast because I really don't want to be on the air with my computer and a huge thunderstorm like we've been getting. So, a couple of stories to talk about today. If you saw the little bit of promotional stuff I put out, that the lead story today is about Royal Caribbean's Freedom of the Seas, and they're not calling it a makeover, folks. They're calling it a $116 million amplification. Now, I'm not sure what amplification means, but it seems to me like it's a makeover. But they're really doing a huge, huge upgrade to Freedom of the Seas early next year. She'll be back in service in San Juan in March, where she will sail 7-night Southern Caribbean cruises. The new features includes things like the Perfect Storm duo of water slides, a redesigned Caribbean poolscape, a new take on a signature venue with Giovanni's Italian Kitchen, and a completely transformed kids and teen space. Freedom of the Seas, as you know, has been a popular ship all along. She's based now in San Juan, which to a lot of the American cruise marketplace limits its availability just because of the added cost of flying to San Juan and to get on Freedom of the Seas. But she's a good, solid ship, fun ship. I've been on it before. And San Juan there's some great venues down there. So I'm looking real seriously at doing a cruise out of San Juan this next year. She'll be sailing the Southern Caribbean itineraries, going to Aruba, Curacao, Bonaire, St. Lucius, Barbados, St. John's, Antigua. It's a nice itineraries. I enjoy Southern Caribbean stuff. Among the highlights, the Perfect Storm is a heart-pumping duo of racer water slides, a 3-story adventure that will take excitement off the charts. Of course, this is Royal Caribbean's rhetoric. On Cyclone and Typhoon, guests are in for the ultimate race as they go head-to-head through twists and turns for bragging rights. The re-imaged poolscape comes to life with all-day Caribbean vibes, a larger variety of seating and shade with casitas, daybeds, and hammocks, and the Splashaway Bay Aqua Park for the young kids. The Lime and Coconut, which is Royal Caribbean's new poolside signature bar, is at the center of the whole thing now when it's remade. It's a 3-level spot that serves up live music and, of course, plenty of cocktails. And there's several things that be upgraded as far as the food areas. We mentioned Giovanni's Italian Kitchen. The Zumi, Hibachi, and Sushi Bar will be added. There'll be a new sports bar and arcade. El Loco Fresh. Come on, Tom. El Loco Fresh is the new Mexican venue at Poolside. And they'll have the glow-in-the-dark leisure adventures for the kids, and the whole kids and teen area is going to be remade. So big things changing for Royal Caribbean's Freedom of the Seas. She'll be back in service by March, doing the Southern Caribbean. Good things for Freedom of the Seas. Couple other things to touch on quickly this morning. Princess Cruise Line. I found this one interesting because, I get a little upset sometimes with environmental stuff. Princess Cruise Line has launched a new program to create thriving populations of Kiwi and other native New Zealand birds around the Bay of Islands. They announced yesterday that Princess Local Partnerships has been created, and they started it off with a $100,000 donation for the first year of the program, which will be funded by adult guests donating $2 via their onboard account. So they're going to do some strong arm selling, I'm sure, on the ships to get you to pony up a couple bucks to go with the program. It's a good program, though, folks. Anything that will save things like Kiwi and other birds around that area, I'm all in favor of. They hope to raise over $1 million over 5 years to support conservation and culture in New Zealand. Good program. I'm all in favor of it. When I'm on Princess Cruise, I will be gladly making several donations to go to that. The Kiwi Coast Operative bringing together more than 120 community-led conservation projects across the Northland region, including efforts of Bay Bush Action, which focuses on returning native birds, including the Kiwi and seabirds, to the Opua State Forest. If you've ever been to New Zealand, it's a lovely place. We see birds and stuff down there that you just don't see around the United States. It's awesome. So all in favor of this program. Hats off to Princess. Good job, guys. A taste tester. I saw this yesterday, and then my friend Bruce had it on his show last night. I immediately, as soon as I saw this, I said, "Oh my! I got to apply for that." So it's a taste tester is needed that'll hop on board a new gourmet cruise completely free and get paid for it on top of that, trying out all the food and wine experiences throughout the tour and offering all important feedback. Now, believe me, folks, I would be wonderful at this. I love to taste food and booze and wine, and I'll be happy to give them plenty of feedback. Unfortunately, the dates of this particular opportunity is right in the middle of my football season, and I'm busy with my other little business. So I can't apply for it. The exclusive opportunity pays 500 pounds, which is a little over 600 bucks for your time, and will involve the taste tester heading out on a 7-night food and wine cruise departing October 10th, 2020. Full tour inclusions will be provided free of charge. The taste tester will be responsible for sampling all the food, I can do that, and wine, I can do that, offered aboard the cruise ship. And this is a cruise Croatia team. So there's sailing around the Croatia coastline, the Dalmatian Islands. Uh, it's just an awesome program. If you should be interested, seriously interested in looking into applying for this position, of course, you got to be 18 years old. Can be from any country around the globe. Go to the Cruise Croatia website, and they have all the full terms and conditions. But boy, if I wasn't right in the middle of my football season, I'd be jumping all over that, folks. So good luck on becoming a wine taster for a river cruise in Croatia. That would be awesome. The last story today, it's very difficult in this space. I try not to make any political assertions or religious assertions because no matter what you do, half the people out there are going to be opposed to you. So I try to stay away from politics wherever possible, and I try to stay away from religion wherever possible. Those of you that would think like I think, that would be great, but I don't want to offend those of you that think the other way. So I stay as neutral as possible in this space, in the travel space. It's a little difficult for me to do that when a story absolutely bothers me, just like the Trump administration kicking us out of Cuba and just putting the whole travel industry in a turmoil. And I'm, again, not making a political statement. I was totally opposed to that specific action. And here's another one. In a push to open the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge in Alaska to oil exploration, the Trump administration has presented the potential benefits in the best possible life. According to a New York Times analysis of internal government document, the White House predicted in 2017 that lease sales in the refuge would generate $1.8 billion over a decade, but revenue estimates ever since, including the government's, have been substantially lower. The first oil and gas leases could be sold within months. Those of you that have cruised Alaska, have done land packages in Alaska, know the absolute beauty of Alaska. And I would hate to see anything that would hurt that. I am not an expert on oil and gas drilling and exploration. I know there's an argument that it will not change anything up there. I'm not sure I believe that. I'm just opposed to anything that's going to do away with the pristine land that we find in Alaska. But anyway, it's out there, it's going on, and it's going to continue to go on with this administration in office. So anyway, again, I'm not trying to make a political statement. I'm opposed to this specific area. So that's it for today. Again, I'll be traveling tomorrow, heading back to Virginia. Busy week next week, as next Saturday is the first football game in the football season. I will be involved with the Liberty University Syracuse home opener, Liberty's home opener next Saturday night, which is going to be probably the biggest crowd that Lynchburg, Virginia has ever seen. So we're looking forward to a really big game. Hopefully the weather will hold out and will start us off on a much better year business-wise than we had last year. I had a horrible location and horrible weather all year last year. So I've got a great location this year, probably the best I've had in my 20 years of doing football at Liberty. The weather holds up. You know, it could be a really good season for me. there as I'm getting closer and closer to retirement age. I'm getting too old to be doing this stuff too much. But anyway, having a good time out here in Kentucky with the son and the grandkids. The kids have, of course, gone to school this morning. Then my son works in Lexington, so he's got a commute back and forth. We'll have a good time again this evening, and then I'll get up and start to drive back tomorrow morning. So that's it for travel and cruise industry news for the 22nd day of August 2019. Hope you've enjoyed it. I regularly post videos at all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you'd like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, our interview show called Chillie Chats, and the 3 days a week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday mornings that we do travel and cruise industry news, where we could talk about anything to do with travel and cruising, both good and bad. Just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner. Hit the bell notification. You'll be notified as I'm going live or as soon as I post a new video. A couple folks here this morning. I'll just say, make a quick hi. Jim Simpson. Hi, welcome to us to this broadcast, Jim. And of course, Leland, I'm not sure, the LE9N. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but they're regulars. I haven't seen Bonnie this morning. Bonnie, if you're out there, good morning to you. Tell Bubba, kiss Bubba on the nose and give him a cookie from the Fat Man. All right, that's it for this morning. I'll see you guys on Saturday back at the normal confines in Virginia. You guys have a great day. Hope you've enjoyed it. We'll talk to you real soon. Oh, remember, hit a little thumbs up for me. Appreciate that. Y'all have a great day. Later, y'all.